Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tamara of Tamara Fashion Style, and I'm happy to have you here. Now if this is your first time here, please subscribe to my channel, please share my channel, and please come back. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will know whenever I put a video out. And as I said, welcome back to my channel. And today in this video I'm going to design a dress that I want to sew. So I said, let me show you how I do my dress and how I get my dress to fit me properly. Now they have a lot of drafting tutorial online, but sometimes you will understand one thing that they are doing. Sometimes they cut and they switch and they fast forward the video so fast that you don't even know where they miss from where they show you. So in my tutorial I'm going to show you step by step. I'm going to take my time. You might hear me repeating one thing twice, is because I want you to learn and I want you to get the gist of what I am doing. So before further ado, let's get started with the tools we will need to start drafting this dress. So let me show you the tools we will need to start drafting. So guys, so the tools you will need to draft this pattern to sew the batwing dress, we're gonna need some paper. You're gonna need a long ruler. You're gonna need a short ruler as well. You're gonna need a marker, and you're gonna also need a measuring tape. So the first thing we're gonna do, this doesn't need any measurement. Right, the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna roll out our paper. So we're gonna roll out our paper, and now make sure the end of your paper straight. Right, make sure the end of your paper straight. You see my end of my paper in straight, so I draw a straight line down. So draw a straight line, make sure the end of your paper straight like that. Make sure your paper straight. I have some line on my table, so make sure your paper straight, and we drawing a line straight down. Now this is a 36 inches white paper that I have here, and we drawing a line straight down this paper. The width of the paper, you're drawing this line straight down, 36 inches wide. Right, so we draw this straight line here. Now what we're gonna do, we're going to measure in from one end for 13 inches. So we're gonna take our ruler and we're measuring in 13 inches. We're gonna measure in 13 inches here from the end of the paper, and we put a mark here. Then we go to the next end and we measure in, right, let me get it for you. So we need 13 inches at this next end here. So from this end here, we're measuring in 13 inches. So you measure in 13 inches and you put a mark. So 13 inches from one end and 13 inches from the other end you're measuring in. Now from the end here, we're measuring 5 inches. So we're measuring 13 from this end, 13 from the other end, and we put a mark. Now from the end of the paper here, we're gonna measure in 6 inches. Let's measure in 6 inches on both sides of the paper, measuring 6 inches. Let me just pull it. So we're measuring in 6 inches. And we put a mark. So this one marks 6 inches. Mark this one here 13. So we know where we're going about. So 6 and this one 13. Alright, good. Now from this line here, find the center of that mark to this mark. So the center of that is 10. So I need 5. Alright, so 10 inches, so you 5 and put a sew mark there. So from that marking, you're gonna measure down how low down you want your neck. Now I put my neck 8 inches down. 8 inches. Now from this starting here, this marking here, from this starting, we're gonna connect this neckline here. Right? So we're gonna connect this line to this, and then we're gonna come and connect this line to this line here. So we're connecting this to this, and we get our neck line. So this is our neckline. Now this 6 inches we measure in, we have to come down 10 inches. So get your ruler and come down 10 inches from the 6 that we put. So we're coming down 10 inches. So 10 inches would be my armhole. So 10 inches. So that's 10 inches. Both sides we put in the 10 inches. We're measuring down where we got the 6, 10 inches. Now just pull this way, you see. So we're measuring down 10 inches. That is my armhole. How much is your armhole? You measure it down. And we marking 10. And we marking 10. Right. So now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna connect this line here. So connect this, make sure you get 6 right through. Now measure down how long you want you dress to be. Alright, now my dress is 42 inches. 42, I want my dress to be long, so I got to measure how long down I want my dress to be. So from my shoulder I measuring down 50 inches because this didn't have a waistband. So 50 inches you have to measure down. I measuring down. That's the how long I want my dress to hit the floor. So 50 inches because it's a dress. So it's a long dress. I measuring out. So 50 inches I want my dress to be because it's hitting the floor. And 1 inch for the hem. So I'll make it 52 inches. So I measure down 52 inches. Do the same thing for the other side. Measure down 52 inches from the edge of the people. So 52 inches. 52. So I measure down 52 inches for mine. So my own is 52 inches. So measure down yours, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna, the 6 inches that we're measuring out there, we need to carry it all the way down from here. So we need 6 inches. So make sure this is 6 inches you have here. So you need 6 inches all the way down to the 52 inches. Right now I have a ruler here, 6 inches wide ruler. Let me make sure. So this is 6.5 inches wide ruler. So I just need 6 inches. I'm going to measure down 6 inches, and this is 1/2 inch wider. Let me mark with the 6 inches land. It's land right here at the green. So 6 inches. So I need 6 inches. So from this marking here, I need this 6 inches right away down. We're carrying this 6 inches right away down. We're taking this 6 inches down to the 52 inches. From both sides, be carrying this down, the 6 inches down. So when you meet your mark, you stop. So now the next one, same thing. So this is our 52 inches wide, and then we come in and we connecting our line back to this one here. So come in and we connecting. We come in and we closing off this box here. We have this box right here. We come in and we closing it off right where we left the 52 inches. We come in and we closing it off right here. Coming out closing off the 52 inches. So this is the bottom of our dress. Now the hem, like a 1 inch hem, my hem would be like a 1 inch. So get your ruler marking your 1 inch hem. So this is the batwing dress. That. So this is your hem allowance. So now that we have that, we could cut out this. So we have our 10 inches. So what we need to do is make a mark right here from 10 inches. So this is our stitching line where we stop in. So we stop in here, right at this stitching line here is where we stop in right here. In there for the drawstring. So from the shoulder measure down 18 inches to 17 inches. Right? So let's do 17 inches. Let's do 18 inches. Down 18 inches from the shoulder. So from the shoulder we will do 18 inches. So you measure down 18 inches from the shoulder, and then we connect in this line here. Come in and we connect in it. Come in and you connecting it. Connecting it. So this is where it's gonna be where we put in the string for our drawstring. So I put in a 1/2 inch. So you get a 1/2 inch marking in between this one and this one. So this is for the string, or the between the waist. So we don't have our dresses, so all this is going to be stitching line for us. Alright, so this is our stopping point right here on both sides. So what we need to do now, we need to add some seam allowance to this. It have enough, but we're going to still add some seam allowance to that. Alright, so what we need to do is add the seam allowance here. We're going to add 1/2 inch seam allowance right away around this neck here, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch seam allowance, and you bring up that V to sew that. So you're bringing up the V to sew the 1/2 inch. Do the same thing, add 1/2 inch seam allowance here, right there, right through here. Seam allowance. Make sure it's 1/2 inch. You get. So now this is the waistline here. So now we got to find the center of the waistline because we have to put 2 holes right there. So we need to find the center of this waistline here. So I have 24¼ inches. So this is with the rule. Let me see how much I have with the measuring tape, because we need to find the center of that. So I got 24 direct. So what I'm going to do is fold this back to the 24. So take your measuring tape and fold it back to the 24 line and find the center of that, because we need to put some need to put a hole in the dress. Okay, yes. Now I need to do the same thing on the opposite side. So I need to get the measurement again from here. 24, and I measure it back to the 24. I need to get that. So it's the same thing. So 2 holes need to go in between here, right? So this would be the hole. So the hole would go on this 24. So the hole with a good 1/2 inch. So this way this hole going. This hole going 1/2 inch away from the next one, because it's 2 holes we need to find. So we have these 2 holes here. I just put a mark in here. So it coming through the card passing through the center here. Right, so we need to find the center of that. So this is what your dress will look like. Now we need to cut out 2 pieces of this. We need to cut out 1 back and we need to cut out 1 front. So let's get our fabric and let's cut out this dress. Now, so you're gonna get your fabric and you're gonna spread it out. Now there's a pretty long dress. My dress is 50 inches long. So you have to careful with this fabric. You have to be careful with it. This is a pretty long dress. What you can do, if you want, you can fold the pattern in half like this, which I will show you. So get your pattern and you're gonna fold it back like this. Fold this pattern back like this. Now my table is not that wide. Make sure your pattern in here. Make sure it match up. And my table is not that long. So get your pattern and fold it like this. Move this if you have to move the pin and repin, because some come bulking up in the back. But remember, we're sending it, this is people. We're sending it to the center front. Center front of the fabric. So you're sending it to the center front of the fabric. See how neat it come in? Then we're gonna got to straighten up. When we fold it, you have to straighten up some pieces here. See here? So you might end up like this. Now all to these pieces cutting on a fold. All to the pieces cutting on a fold. Cutting out this rest. Put your fabric back on the table. Make sure your fabric go out properly. And we come in and we cutting this rest out. we left no seam allowance on the side because we have 6 inches there. Pull up your dress. Pull up your dress. You come in and we cut in this. Cut in that. Now get a tracing wheel. I'm gonna trace out this neck. So get a tracing wheel and get a tracing paper. We're gonna trace out this neck. So this is my tracing paper. I'm gonna place it, lift up this, and I'm gonna place this right here. This is my neck. I'm placing this right under here. Right under this neck here. Where this neckline is. Right here. I trace it out. So I have my neckline. So I will come and I will cut on this line here. There's the seam allowance line. So that's my neck. And now I can take this out, but I need to mark where my shoulder is. Right? So this here, I need to mark that. And this is the neckline right here. I need to put a mark right there. A little snip. So I know where my shoulder landing. And I need to put a snip 10 inches down from the arm. From the arm, so I would know where the arm coming to meet. From the 10 inches down. So my 10 inches drop in right here. This is my 10 inches. So I put a mark here. Now I can move this. Take off this pin. Look for the one that pin the cloth. Now before I remove this, I need to mark the waist. So let's go back and mark where the waist going. So this is my mark in here. We gotta mark the waist. So the waist, gotta get a ruler. And we mark out this waist. This waist going. So we have to mark out this waist here. So get and give it a snip. 1, 2. So this is where this waist goes. So when we open our dress, it's gonna be one piece of big cloth. When we open out the dress, this is what it's gonna look like. This is what the dress look like. This is what it's gonna look like. This is the neck here. This is your shoulder here. And the 6 inches we stitching up from here. So we have to mark this 6 inches in. Why is we stitching? So this is what our dress gonna look like. Is one piece of big cloth. So we have to cut our next piece for the back. This is one piece done. One piece done here. And we need to cut the next piece for the back. Let's move this. We drag our cloth and we're going to cut and make the next piece fabric. Coming and cutting that. Now take your time, fold the end that you don't cut, and we pulling this dress up. Hold this fabric, and we pulling that on the table. Now we're gonna cut the balance out. So we're cutting out the balance. This one is the back. We're cutting the back straight. And this is the back of the dress. Unless you want to make 2V back, you can go ahead, but I don't want the 2V back. Now we have to do the same marking. The marking where the neck is. So the neck come in here, right here. This is the shoulder, right here. This is the shoulder. Now the armhole. This is the waist. Gotta do the same marking to match up. And this is the armhole, 10 inches down. You can know, right? So when you open it, take off the pins. Remove your pattern and you put your pattern when you're ready to sew the next one. When you open it, this is what your back. This is what the back will look like. This is the back for the dress. So you see your shoulders going from here, right there. This is the 6 inches. This is your neck right here passing through. So we're gonna get our front and we're gonna hook it to our back. So this is our front here, and we're gonna hook our front to our back. So this is our shoulder here, coming to match this up, this one up here. All right. This is our shoulder coming to match that up. Pin it. So you're pinning your shoulder. Get your neck, shoulder. Find the neck. And we're pinning it. And we pin it here. You see? So we getting we need to put a little hole right in this dress here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get our pattern and we're gonna find the center of that hole. So you get your pattern. This is your pattern will look like. As you can see, this is your pattern right there here. So we need to drop 2 holes right in just the front of the dress, not the back of the dress. All right, the front of the dress have to get 2 holes. So we're gonna get the front of this dress and we're gonna fold it like this. Fold back the front of this dress. On the right side. Like that. Get up the shoulder and the neck. And we gotta get a waist. We're gonna put 2 holes in this dress. So get this. Where the neck is. So this is the neck. And we continue marking. And you mark your dress and you end up with this marking here. So you end up with this marking right here. So we're getting a hole here and a hole here. This is what our dress gonna look like. So we get in 1 hole here and 1 hole here. So we need to cut these holes here. So fold your dress on the wrong side. So this is what our 2 holes gonna look like. So it coming through here and it coming through here and pull it up. So this is what we want. So when we fold our dress, we got 1 hole here and 1 hole here. So it coming and it going back there. So this is what our dress will look like. Both the front and the back have to get that marking. So what I would do, I would use the front and I will get the marking for the back. So the back have to get a marking as well. So use the front, fold it this way, and we're gonna do the marking for the back. Make sure the waist they match up, and we're gonna get our tracing wheel on. We're gonna do the marking for the back as well. So get this and put it in the back here. So this is the front and we open it. So we need to go inside here. Inside here. Okay, when we open it, this is the wrong side. This is the right side. So we're going inside here. So fix your dress properly. And we're using the front to get a marking in the back. Alright? Make sure you lie down properly. Okay, tracing wheel. And we're gonna do the marking. So this is our back here. So now we have to come and pin this here on the 10 inches. Look for the 10 inches, get your pin. On the 10 inches, but before we pin all this, we have to go and sew the binding on here so we can run the card through. We have to stop the binding like halfway here, right? So this is what we're going to do next. So when you done pin your dress, this is what your dress gonna look like. This is the marking for the waist. This is the marking for the back. So now we have to measure how much carding that will take. So it's 2 separate carding we're doing. So we have to do one separate for the back long there and one for the front. So let's measure how much fabric we have to cut. We're doing the same carding. So 1/2 inch away from there, from the end here, right here. So 34, multiply that by 2. So 34 multiplied by 2 times, and you're going to cut out that. So I will cut 17 inches on a fold, and when I open it, I would get my 34. So I will cut 17 inches down. So I will do 17 inches. 17 inches by about, let me just make a straight line on this fabric here. I just make a straight line. So I just make a straight line. So I need 34 by 2 inches the most, because I have to fold in by 2 inches. 2 inches. So 2 inches we cut in the strip. Now we have to fold in and all these things. So 34 by 2 inches. Now I cut my own on a fold, so it's going to be 17 inches. So when I open it, I'm going to go down a little just in case. Take the whole length of the fabric. So I just cut the whole width of the fabric there, and I'm gonna even this up. I need 17 inches. 17. So I got a big width here, so I cut it's 17, but I just make it 20. So when you open it, it's gonna be like this. around the back. So let's see if we cut it enough to go around the back. And this back is a pretty wide back. Right, so we have enough. We won't even use all this. This is the carding to hold the for push the card inside, or you could put elastic. Is up to you where you want to put. So I gotta cut a next piece of this here, so I have to cut a next piece of that. So I'm gonna get this fabric, look for the next end. Okay, I'm gonna cut out this. I'm gonna get this fabric, look for one on a fold, so it have more fold. It didn't have more fold, so I have to cut one piece. So we iron now and we making our strip binding. So we got to fold this binding in half like this. I'm folding this binding, I'm pressing it. So we need to make this binding like this. To make this like this. Folding this like that. Or if you have, I have a binding machine here, which is this. I purchased this, but I never really use it. You see, I have a 2-inch strip here, so all I have to do, I never really use it. I don't even know how this working, but I think this is the 2-inch. I don't know how this working, but I forget how to use this binding strip. I think you're feeding this somewhere through there. You're feeding this through here. I think this is the 2-inch. You're feeding through here. And I think you're putting this here. This is a binding machine I have. I think this going this going here, this here. And I think this how this going. I'm not too sure. Oh, this rolling on the fabric like this. This fabric rolling this. I think this going through here. This going through here, and this how this going. So this feeding this fabric through there, and I think yes, this is how this going. This is the iron here, and this iron will feed this fabric like this, like that. So first time I'm trying this, I'm keeping my iron on still for this binding machine. I don't know how it's gonna come out, but let's see. I think this is on, yes, and this is what we press. Let's see if it can work. Okay, it got to heat up. So let it heat up. So when it heat up, this here will turn green. So when it turn green, this here gonna thing. I don't know if it working. So we're trying to see but this is supposed to be red. Green is ready. So I think this has to come through here. I think it had to come through. I'm not too sure. First time using this. Okay. So we're feeding it through. This is the band we're making for the dress. Make sure it come out properly. We don't want to keep going back around doing the same thing. So we're feeding this through to the dress. So we stop this, we take this off. So this is the dress band we have here. So this is the dress band we have here. So cutting off this piece. And we have this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fold this, putting all the pieces together. So when we reach to the sewing machine, is one sew. And we stitching this here, folding this back, and we stitching it like this. So we have a nice slim band running through our belt, our dress. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the sewing machine, we're gonna stitch this band, and we're gonna stitch on the band, the binding onto the dress. So let's go to the sewing on this dress. So what we're gonna do, loose off back where you pin the shoulder. Loose off the shoulder with the pin. Move this ironing board. So we're getting one binding, is the wrong side. And we're putting one binding like this. This is on the inside, because the card had to run through the thing. So you see we got more than enough. So you're getting one binding, you're pinning it like this. Pinning that. Keep it on the line that you drew. So we cut in here. Cut that. So this here coming off fold like this. So it's gonna be neat from the underneath. I don't want no raw edge. Pull that up, look for the next side. We're cutting off the same pieces. Get your pin. You're folding this in. Make sure they lie down properly. You don't want nothing pulling. Hold it. Now we're going to sew these two ends here. Both ends we sew in. This is the card, so we pin in both back and front. So there's the back done pin here. Get in your front. We're doing the same thing to the front. Pinning it on the inside. Now we're going to put a mending stitch there. So we get in this. And putting this right here. So when the card comes, it's going over through that. And in here, we stitch in here. Through the end to end. Like light on flat. Pull it. So you come in and cover in the hole so they won't see your skin. Pin in. Gotta cut out a piece there for the back and the front. I got to pass through the arm card in. So we cut that. Pin that. Pull it up. Cutting it same way. So we have to measure all the 6 inches. You have to measure the 6 inches. Remember 6 inches we had, quality, we had to cut the quality. So we're cutting that. Measure the inches them you get. That's 5. 6 inches. So we're coming out with folding that. this is the 6 inches for the stitching. We have to stitch in. So we're doing the same thing for this one here. 6 inches. So the cutting quite in. Fold this in. So we come in and we stitch in these two ends here. You stitch this first end, then you're going to come and stitch here. So this is what this pin look like. So the hole would be here, but you won't see anything, right? You won't see anything. If you want, you could fold this hole in right here, and you could make a nice thing here if you want, but you won't see anything with this hole here. When I come and I stitch these two ends here, I'm going to fold in this, right? So this is the outside of the dress. So I'm going to come and I'm going to fold this in here from underneath when I stitch in the dress, so it would be neat. It would got the hole, but it would be very neat. So this is what this look like. We have to go and sew this. We gotta do the same to the back, because we have to get a 6 inches in as well. Hope you guys hearing me. So 6 inches in, 6 inches in. For that, make sure everything lie down flat. Six inches. So this way your dress will look like. So you have this here, right here, and we're going to sew it. We ain't pulling anything. Put this aside. Let's move on to this here now. So this here, we're going to make this like the binding as well. So we put this hot to our binding machine. We will put that to hot machine, and let's stitch that. So we need facing for this front of the dress and for the back. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our front and we're going to get a piece of fabric. We're going to get a piece of fabric and put it on the fold. We're going to get a piece of fabric and we're going to place this fabric on the fold like this. Fold it back like this. And we're going to get our front. We're going to place our front like this. We're going to place our front like this. We're going to place our front like this. We're going to place our front. Now we're going to get a piece of chalk and we're drawing around it. About 2 inches. Need about 2 inches. Let's put 3 inches. Let's put do 3 inches. 3 inches. Let's see. So we're gonna remove this. and we're gonna do 3 inches. So 3 inches. So we're gonna draw this in here. Draw this in here. So we gotta keep this on the fold. So we come in like this. Just a V you want. You gotta keep that V on the fold. And we cut in it like this. And then we come in and we cutting it back like this. So when we open our front, you don't come and go like this here. So this is our front. Come in here. So there's the front, and now we need to get our back. Now we have to put a piece of interfacing on this front if you want. So we need to get our back, and we need to cut a facing for the back as well. So get your back. Look for where your shoulder come in. Here, here. This is the back neck. Here. And we need to cut a facing for the back as well on the fold. So pin that. Get a piece of fabric, cutting it on a fold. Fabric going back on the fold. On the fold, we get in the back and we placing it on the fold. Placing it on the fold. We're doing the amount of this. So let's draw it out. Here's the back. This is here. And we're doing up to here. So the back facing different to the front. We're coming a little more about here. But this is the back here. Right there to stop. So we're coming quite down here to the end. And we're cutting this out. And we're going to the sewing machine now and we're going to fit this up. So the back piece, you gotta find where the shoulder meeting. So this is the shoulder right here. This is the shoulder right here. So this is the back piece. Opening. This is our back piece here. Our back piece coming here. and it come in here, right here. So we come in and we stitching this and we turning it over for our back piece. All right, our back piece in have to be so much. We could bring this in a nice swing like that, like so. Yeah, we can cut this in a nice swing like this. It ain't got to be all that. All right, so this is what we come in and get here. So we can cut this back piece like this. Just make sure you get the shoulder. We can cut this like this, so you gotta get all that. Get the shoulder, right it, cutting this like this. So we're cutting this back piece here, like that. Just make sure you pass the shoulder. Like this. So this gonna be like this. So we have to finish the bottom of these facing. So let's go and finish it at the sewing machine. So we need facing for this front of the dress and for the back. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get our front and we're gonna get a piece of fabric. We're gonna get a piece of fabric and put it on the fold. Gonna get a piece of fabric and we're gonna place this fabric on the fold like this. Fold it back like this. And we're gonna get our front. We're gonna place our front like this. We're gonna place our front like this. We're gonna place our front like this. We're gonna place our front and we're gonna get a piece of chalk and we're drawing around it. And we go into the sewing machine now and we're going to fit this up. So the back piece, you gotta find where the shoulder meeting. So this is the shoulder right here. This is the shoulder right here. So this is the back piece. Open in. This is our back piece here. Our back piece come in here and it come in here. Right here. So we come in and we stitching this and we turning it over for our back piece. Alright. Our back piece in have to be so much. We could bring this in a nice swing like that. Like so. Yeah, we can cut this in a nice swing like this. It ain't got to be all that. Alright. So this is what we come in and get here. So we can cut this back piece like this. Just make sure you get the shoulder We can cut this like this, so you gotta get all that at the shoulder. Right it. Cutting this like this. So we're cutting this back piece like that. Just make sure you pass the shoulder. Like this. So this is gonna be like this. So we have to finish the bottom of these facing. So let's go and finish it at the sewing machine. So now we have to press this facing. So this is your facing. This is the outside at the top. So we're getting our facing. So this is our facing. So we press that. So we're pressing the facing. Turn it to the inside now. Like this. And we have to press that down. We're pressing that to the inside. Getting the next one. Make sure it's a V you get in. Fix it properly. Come in. Pressing this thing. So for the back, we need to press the back in and stitch it. So we top stitch the face in here for keep it inside to this. So this is the back. So now we have to come and press this back. Gotta keep this here. So this is what the back gonna look like. This is the back. On the top, you gotta come and keep the. We're going and we're putting a stitch in the back of here by our sewing machine. So let's go to the sewing machine and we put our stitch to keep this in place. Now that we don't do our necklines, we have to come and stitch our side now together. So we're gonna get our back, and I get our back. This is our back, right side. This is our back here. This is our front. So we're going to look for the shoulder, which is here, and we're going to pin it. Pinning it here, right here, right here. We're going to pin the shoulder. in. In the neck shoulder. Pin it. Pin. Pin. So we pin all the shoulders them, and we're going and stitch from here right out here. Alright, stitching from here out there. We come in and stitch 1/2 inch right out. Now from the armhole, look for where we see the armhole from here. And we come in and we're gonna stitch the 6 inches from here. So get your measuring tape and get the 6 inches. So the 6 inches in here. Right, so this is the 6 inches. Coming out, we stitching the 6 inches. So mark, you have to mark this 6 inches with a chalk. I have to mark this 6 inches with a chalk. We coming out, we stitching that. But we're doing it from the right side. We stitching this. So this have to be on the outside. So we'll stitch this from the right side when we're ready. So stitch your arm, just shoulder 1/2 inch. Let's go and stitch that, and then we'll come back. So now that we done serge our shoulder, now we have to come now and measure out the 6 inches to get a stitch this, but we have to turn it on the right side. So get your dress, turn it over on the right side. And remember, it's outside we want the thing to go. So turn it over on the right side. This is it here. We have to measure the 6 inches. So this is our shoulder, this is our neck, this is our dress. The neck look big, so you can always put an elastic and pull up. That's why I left a piece in here open, so I can put an elastic and pull it up if it's big. The neck. So get this, make sure it's even. See where your armhole is. The 10 inches for your armhole is here. This. So now you gotta measure out the 6 inches. Stitch this in place. So get a piece of chalk, and you can get a ruler, and from right here, measuring 6 inches, which is here, is right direct right here. Right? So we're measuring with 6 inches, which is right here. So you can do is put your ruler like this, come close up like that, close up like this. It's right in the heart of the string. You go out a little, like a 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch there, and you draw in your line. You gotta make sure it. So get your measuring tape, and then we're gonna measure. So this is our armhole. These are our 6 inches. So we're going 6 inches here. Six inches land right here. let's do 5. Let's do 5 because my thing right here. So let's do 5 inches. So we're doing 5. Mark out your 5. 5. Right down. Five. 5. 5. So get your ruler now and connect these lines. There's we stitching line. So this is our stitching line. 5 inches. Both sides have to be 5 inches. And we come in and stop right under the armhole. Right here. So this is our stopping point right here. So we stop in here. Next one we're doing the same thing. So come and pin there. Pin. 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 Symmetry. And we're doing the same thing. This one. Straight down on your right side of your fabric, because remember this is the right side, this is the outside, so we're stitching it straight down on the outside, both sides. So let's go and stitch this straight down. Stop here, back stitch right here and come straight down. Let's go to the sewing machine and let's sit. So finish stitching our dress. So see, we finished stitching the 5 inches. So now I hem one side. We're gonna go and show you how to hem the other side. So this is the side that I ain't hem yet. So you get that. Now you clean up all your thread on the outside. You get by the armhole here, by your shoulder, and we hem in this, folding 1/2 inch, and then you fold in the next 1/2 inch. And we come in and we pin it. So we pin it right the way around. So now you'll go to your sewing machine and you'll stitch from right here straight up here, from the bottom here, straight up, right up, come round the shoulder and come round back to the bottom. All we pin, go to your sewing machine and sew it, and then meet me back at the table. Now to hem this bottom of this dress, we have to loose out a little piece here. So loose out here. We have to loose out a little piece. This have to hem before. So we loose out this little piece here. So for hem the bottom of this dress now, we have to do this dress like this. Loose out a little piece more. Like that. So So we hemming this dress to the inside. So you're hemming this like this. Hem this like this, about a ½ inch, and you pin. This is how this dress have to hem. When you're done, go to the sewing machine and sew this one, come round, sew the next one. So we're sewing it like this. Get one end, sew this end straight to the next end here, then you get this next end, sew straight to the next end, and then you're coming back and you're putting back the stitch right down in the bottom here, back stitch right down in the bottom here. Then we're gonna get our card and we fold in our card like this, and we stitching straight down when we fold our card. So let's go to the sewing machine and let's stitch that. Now you're going to get your dress as you're done, and you're going to give it a quick stretch. Press it down. Always steady there. Stay in here, but they're gonna wash. And this is what our dress look like now. We're gonna get a safety pin. So now you're gonna get your dress, put on this pin on this band, and now we're gonna tube this through this dress. So we're gonna turn this dress, then I get this dress, and we're tubing it through here. Raise it up, go under the dress to the wrong side, like this. Let the tubing come through here, bring the tubing through here, pass it through this next one here, this next one here on the wrong side, feeding it through till it come through the next side here, and then back to the front. Come to the front, so tube it through the other one to go to the front now, or tube it through. coming to the front here. Turn this over because we have to come back through the front, so we have to see what's going on here now. So we have one inside there. You have to get turn this over. So we have that here. We have this here. So we have to come to the front. We're pulling this. It's coming through here. So we're going to the front now. Right here. So go from the inside of the dress now, and we're feeding it through this hole here. And come out like this. So turn your dress over. So here is your dress, your cuff, your bat wing dress. Here is the, you have to feed that. So you're bringing it, match up that. This is the finished dress, what it looks like. So this is the finished dress, what it looks like. So when you're done, you draw your string to suit. So this is the dress, what it looks like. So now we're going to put it down on the mannequin and see how it looks.